So I am here with Emunah Israel, the author of the Let's Eat book series. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Thank you so much. I learned about you through the Black news, you know, and I was really impressed because like I feel like healthy eating, especially like having children, is very important, especially today, with the influence of like fast food. What was the inspiration behind writing the Let's Eat book series?
The very same thing that you noted. I'm a mother, and I see the importance of feeding my children healthy food. And in the community, I've been known as the person who cooks, distributes, and also teaches children how to do healthy eating. And so out of that, I decided to, hey, let me write a book so that they can take it home with them and that parents can also engage their children in learning to eat better in a healthier manner.
And I was really impressed because you have some expertise in the subject matter at
Yes.
hand. You're a plant-based chef. How did you become a plant-based chef?
The same thing is just trial and error over the years and wanting to kind of offer my children a healthy alternative. Oftentimes you hear children don't eat vegetables. And I'm like, it really depends. And so just over the years, I've tried and failed on different recipes that actually opened the Yummy Cottage here in Florida. And that I did for about 5 years. And now I'm in this space of educating others on how to eat healthy. So that's kind of what I started in my own home.
Wow, that's incredible. What why should people like, buy the Let's Eat Healthy series? I feel like, that a lot of times like, kids, they seem like, like mine, especially like they just want McDonald's. How do
Right.
you get them to eat like, like foods like, that they may not be accustomed to eating or that are new? What would you suggest?
And I would suggest that you involve them in the process. And actually, that's kind of what and I have the books right here so that you guys can see, that's kind of what the series goes through is the children's resistance at first to trying new things. And so involving them in the cooking process, I have found helps them desire to taste it at the end, as opposed to just preparing it and giving it to them. Hey, let's try or let's eat such and such. And we'll prepare it in a different way together because that's the bonding time. And then they'll be more inclined to try it. Also, when they see parents eat healthy, they'll want to eat healthy too, for the most part.
Wow, what are some of the benefits of having a plant-based diet?
Well, you alleviate a lot of the things that, as you noted, that are plaguing our people in society today. So it doesn't all disappear, but you kind of alleviate it by getting more fiber in your diet, more roughage in your diet, reducing the sodium that's in your diet, the high cholesterol that comes with a lot of things that we eat that's already pre-prepared. And so a plant-based diet may not be for everyone, but I definitely advise people at least reduce the amount of consumption of prepackaged foods and meats and cheeses that we're consuming on a daily basis. And definitely you'll begin to see the improvements in your health.
I was checking out the write up on you on Florida today, and you
Yes.
do some amazing work in the community. I saw like the little kids, they were dressed up as chefs. Can you talk about like that a bit?
Yes, what happened is they called me, and a number of non-for-profit organizations had a healthy objective. And so they called me in to teach the classes, summer, spring break. And that's what I was supposed to do, engage children who normally don't live in food deserts or don't have access to this type of food, as some people would say, or this type of food training. And then I would come in and engage them. And as you said, get them to try it. And, I've had success in that area.
That's incredible. Yeah, like I really support your work. I'm gonna actually get your book for myself. Like, I think
Thank
like it'll be very helpful for like, my kids because like I do like, like a lot of parents like struggle with that. My kids, they always want McDonald's. And even if I suggest like, healthier alternatives, like, sometimes and stuff, they'll feel like, oh, like I don't want to try that.
Right,
That looks gross or and stuff like it, even if like they've never tasted it before. So
right. I would agree. It can be done. One of the last things that I did this past summer is I worked with an organization and together we made it into like a food competition. And so the children cooked plant-based for like 5 episodes. We videoed it. It was really cool. But even though they were accustomed to fast food, they still were willing to try it. And sometimes the children, just involving other children may help in that process as well.
wow, like the work you're doing is so incredible. Do you have any plans to write additional books in the future?
I actually have another book that's on Amazon as well. It's called I'm sorry, it's called Hey Pumpkin. So it's a cookbook of pumpkin seed recipes that you can incorporate in your daily lifestyle. Like for instance, making milk with pumpkin seeds so that you can get the zinc and the magnesiums and unlock the nutrients that are in the seeds. So basically my objective is to take the things that are healthy and make them practical so people would want to use them on a day-to-day basis.
Wow, like I love like pumpkin bread. I think like, there's a lot of,
Yes,
really good food that you can make like, pumpkin seeds. I can see like, the value in that. Uh,
yes.
where can people follow you on social media?
Well, you can follow me on social media at Emunah Yisrael across all social media platforms. You can also get the books at Amazon.com, Emunah Yisrael, and you will see actually it's a 5-book series, and I have them right here. And these are nice, you see. And I also have, so that representation is also important as well. And so for our children to see children like them engaging, and I think that's very important because what I found in this space, unfortunately, is that people who look like me are not supposed to be eating this way. I know it's weird, it's kind of strange, but that's kind of what I've experienced, and I'm here to shatter that because it's not true. Everybody, humanity deserves to eat in a way that's going to help our bodies to do the best that it can, and do what we need to do here on the earth. So
Why do you think that perception exists? Like,
I think in as this wave of veganism, and I do a lot of quotes because I'm coming from a culture where I tell food, or in the Caribbean, this holistic thought is very natural, right? For some communities, but in the popularization or the commercialization of vegan food, there's a certain thought process, there's a certain image that I don't necessarily fit the bill for some people. So, I mean, it's not that they haven't been receptive, but I have meet with a lot of pushback because it's like that kind of way. But yeah, me and
definitely.
us.
Emunah, having published 2 books, what would be your advice to authors, like who want to publish a book for the first time?
Oh, wow. I'm glad you asked that question. First, see what it is that you are passionate about writing. What is it that you want to convey? Because it's going to have to travel not only through you writing the book, but also coming and delivering what you have written to other people. So I would just say start with an outline, start with your why. Why am I doing this? Because some people think that once you birth the book, as they call it, it's done. And it's really not. There's so much to go from there. And so just be really, take some time to figure out why you want to write a book, and then begin to write. I mean, there's nothing like sitting down with a pen and paper or on your computer and begin to write and source out the information in your material until you get to what it is that you're looking for.
It's almost 2024. Any plans for the new year? Like, how do you plan on closing out this year?
The new year, that's interesting. It's continuing to share more information about the healthy eating. I'm gonna do rest up. I was pushing really hard, and I think for the last 5 years, and I think rest is important. Sometimes we grind, 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 and we forget to actually restore ourselves for it. So honestly, the new year, I'm just finishing my resting up space before I rev up again for 2024.
Definitely. What would be like, a healthy meal that you would recommend people starting off, like, that would be easy to make?
Oh, okay, easy to make. Roasted Brussels sprouts, right?
Okay.
And there's plenty of recipes for that. Your own version of mashed potatoes, not so much of the extra. You can do garlic mashed potatoes, I would say. What else will we put in there? A nice salad, right? Not just lettuce, but a nice hearty salad, and maybe some curry chickpeas. I know
Okay.
that sounds, and you can put that over your potatoes, and you can have your little salad on the side, and that's an awesome dinner right there. Because you have to get your proteins, you have to get your simple carbs or your complex carbs, you have to get your roughage. So I would say to explore flavors. I
Definitely.
think I should have that tonight for dinner as well.
Sounds
Also,
delicious. Yeah, yeah. I love Brussels sprouts, so
I
like,
do too.
yeah,
I
yeah.
do too. Yeah, I
Emunah,
love Brussels.
thank you so much for taking the time. I really appreciate you. I love all the work you're doing. Anybody you want to shout out?
I want to shout out my children, my family. They're the continued inspiration to keep pushing. They are my taste testers. I call them my taste testers, because they let me know, mommy, yeah, that's good, or mommy, that's not good. So I want to shout out my family, my mother, those who continue to support on this journey in the community. So thank everybody so much. And I want to well, give all praises to the creator just for life, health, and strength, and for allowing me to come and have this conversation with you.
I really appreciate you, and thank you so much again for taking the time. Emunah, Let's Eat Healthy series. And you know, you can buy our books on Amazon.com. I really
Thank you.
appreciate you.
Thank you so much, Ryan.